Are you tired of paying to tech giants like TCS, Infosys, and other large companies? Get rid of large companies that burn your pockets and get a reliable, timely, and dedicated solutions from Ibiixo Technologies. Hi guys, my name is Deep, and today we are going to talk about why you should not hire tech giants like TCS, Infosys, and get a solution from a company like Ibiixo or Ibiixo itself that is much more reliable, much more pocket friendly, and much more dedicated as well. If you want to know more about which country you should outsource your software business, the link is above in the information bar. You can see and have a look at more detailed descriptions on the country you should hire and how the process should be. Coming back to the video, let me first help you out with the list of the main reasons why you should hire dedicated developers or outsource your current software business to Ibiixo. We have a large pool of resources who have much more experience in multiple technologies. So in this way, you get a much more larger variety at a lower cost with Ibiixo. Point number 2. Now, when you want to hire resources from Ibiixo, you get the complete pool in your hand. You choose the resources based on your likes and dislikes. You take interviews for all the developers to choose the one which fits you. On normal cases, what happens is when you are planning to hire around 5 resources, you get at least a pool of around 12 to 15 resources to choose from. That helps you to filter out the most deserving candidate or most suitable candidate based on your thinking, your technology preference, and the way you want them to work. Now, our developers are good at English as well. I would not say that they are very fluent or they are native English speakers, but they are really good at English. So that actually helps you to avoid any communication gap, and you can communicate with them very easily to get your things done very smoothly. Our developers are trained to adapt faster development methods. So in this way, what's going to happen is even if you are migrating them to your own environment, it's not going to take much of the time for them to adapt your system and get the things done. So the faster the adaptation process is, it becomes much more easier to get much of the things done in a shorter period of time. Like the faster they adapt, the more money you save. Apart from that, we have a very supportive work culture. Like it's very obvious, right, that developers might have a block. They might not be able to think of solutions, get a solutions. In that case, we have very supportive work culture, and someone from the team might help them or get a solution to them so that they can complete the task based on the timeline you have provided. Apart from that, our developers have the capacity to tackle multiple projects. Right? Consider you being a software company out there in US, UK, Australia, Saudi Arabia, or any of the other countries in the world. You are currently getting our developers to do work on a particular project, right? And then you want to shift them to work on any other project based on the priority. It becomes really easy. And our developers are mostly really young developers with good amount of experience. So that gives you faster adaptability to get the things done in a much smoother way. With Ibiixo, you get everything at a single place. You talk about developers, you talk about designers, you talk about testers, you talk about marketing guys, you talk about anything, right? You get business analyst, from everything starting from business analyst to a QA, you get everything at a single place. So you don't have to hire multiple companies to contract with multiple companies. You get in touch with Ibiixo, you get all your resources at a single place, single billing, single process, done. Our developers are really trained hard to make sure that they document each and every single thing. So better document, better reliability. Because at a point of time, consider a situation that the developer is not well. You want to assign other developer. If the things are properly documented, it becomes really easier for them to adapt the things. If the things are documented, you can easily rely on what they are working on. That is really important. This is what it has been missed in most of the cases, that the programming is done but the documentation is not. Documentation actually helps to sort out the things in any negative case scenarios. Now let's come to the security part. Our developers are already bound with very strict NDA, so you don't have to do NDA with each of the individuals, each of the freelancers, right? You just do an NDA with Ibiixo, which in turn applies to all the resources which are working with you. We have really strict NDA which is applied in the jurisdiction of our region. So you don't have to worry about the international laws as well. That becomes really easier for you to adapt. You do not have to worry about any legal things. And of course, let's come to the cost, right? You get the resources almost at half the rates than you can hire in countries like US, UK, Australia, Canada. And that has a very obvious reason, the difference in the currency, right? And we have a much more larger lot of resources, developers and technical guys here in India. That is one of the reasons why India is considered as one of the favorite location to outsource the software business. Earlier it was accounting, now it's software, now it's multiple other things as well. The developers at Ibiixo, like in most of the cases, what happens is they are not just developer. They analyze your requirement, they give suggestions, right? That is much more better than getting a developer who just follow your instructions, get the things done, and then doesn't apply a logic to it. Our developers are trained to analyze the things, make sure that your instructions are followed in a logical way, right? Rather than just following exact word to word on what they're saying. They analyze the requirement, they give you suggestions so that you guys can discuss and implement the things in the right way. Now, the best part is that we give the best developers at half the price and much better technically sound than the technical giants like Infosys, TCS, and so many other companies down there. Not just that, you want to get in-house developer, you want to get offshore developer, you want developers at your place, we provide that. You want to hire offshore developers, we provide that. So in either of the cases, you have complete independence on how you want the developers to work with you and how you want to implement the things and how you want to adapt your work culture, right? At many of the occasions, if you want them to work in your time zone, if you have said that during the hiring process, we get you developers who are ready to work in your own time zone, so you do not have to worry about that differences as well. But in most of the cases, what happens is that in US, let's talk about US, we are almost in opposite time zone. So what happens is, at the time the client is going to sleep, they assign work to the developers, and in the morning they just take the feedback. That helps to balance the things and get the things done in the right way. So yeah, I hope this helps you to understand that why you should not hire tech giants versus you should hire a medium level company like Ibiixo who have around 150 to 200 resources down there to your assistance. In case you are planning to hire resources, get in touch with us at sales@ibiixo.com. You can personally reach me at +91 99137 and 96777. The same number is on direct line and WhatsApp as well. Let's get in touch. Any requirement of any developers, right? Not just fixed cost, but dedicated. Not just either of them, you can hire the offshore development center as well. I'll wait for your reply. Mention which is the high demand developers right now. Mention in the comment sections. We'll get in touch with you, and stay in touch, stay safe, take care. Signing off from Ibiixo Studio, Deep.